All right, what's going on, y'all? About to send this link out. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. All right, bam. I sent the link out. So let's go ahead and pull these pairs up. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? All right, we got a few setups we're gonna be looking at right now. We're watching GJ. We're gonna be watching GA. Let's see what else. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? All right, cool. Yeah, so we're watching GJ. We're gonna be watching AUD pairs. The New Zealand pairs got a little bit of retracement to do before we can mess with those. So do the AUD pairs. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. We're gonna be looking for some setups right now. All right, cool. Yeah, so if GJ can hold this level, we can look for a possible buy here. It's already broken the high here, so that is a good sign. So if price can hold this level, we could potentially see price push up. We could possibly see 172.70 get hit today. Right now, we're just waiting for volume to pick up. There's not really any news events today. So we're strictly just waiting for volume. But as we can see, it's been retesting this level multiple times. So we want to see what this next 15 looks like after this candlestick close, and then we're going to go from there. We're just patiently waiting right now. Y'all see on y'all screens how we did last week. Go ahead and hit that first in the description. Join the free Telegram, free sitting room, so you can check that out yourself. We're going to go ahead and pull it up in a second, though. We're just showing the stream. We haven't entered anything. We got a few minutes to the next 5 minute pops up. Yeah, so we're going to be looking at EN cells as well. We're just waiting for either retracement or for price to break below this next level here. So we're going to be looking for sells on these as well, just like we took a sell on Friday on these pairs. Put it right above that. It's static. Okay, let me try to fix it. Give me 1 second. Let me test something out. All right, give me 1 second. Let me know if this is better. And try refreshing the stream too. Let me refresh and see if that works also. Give me 1 second. Yeah, refresh it. It sounds clearer back on my end now. Yes, yeah, so restart it. More excited for the Monday morning than Friday night. What's going on, Film? I see you in here. What's going on, Ryan? I see you. All right, it sounds better on my end. I just refreshed the stream and I redid my mic. Let me know if it's still static on y'all end, but if it is, restart the stream and that should be working. All right, let's just get into it. So let's go ahead and pull up gold as well. So gold's at a good retest position. We can look for a possible sell here. We had a retracement happen yesterday, on Friday, which we kind of anticipated. You can kind of see here that we can see a possible new lower low get made here. The reason why we're going for sales is the same reason why we went for sales last week. Nice little drop here, so if price can hold this level as a resistance, then we can look for a possible sell setup here. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for gold sells if price can hold underneath this level. I wouldn't really look for buys unless price breaks above 2006, 2008, anything under that, I'm still going to be looking for sells. So yeah, we're going to be waiting for the next 15 new 5-minute did just start. So we're going to be watching gold. We're going to be watching GJ. We're going to be watching the AUD pairs. They just got to do a little bit of retracing. But I am leaning towards buys on AUD pairs. They just got to do some retracements. But they can do a retest, and we could possibly look for a buy on these pairs as well. What's going on, y'all? We haven't entered anything yet. Those are just joined. Make sure that first link is join the free Telegram, free signal. You see on your screen how we did last week. We went 13-1. I'm going to pull that up in the charts in a second. All right, let's see. Yeah, so they got a little bit of retracing to do. So I'm going to keep EA on this screen. We're going to be just flipping back and forth between gold. Yeah, we're going to see if we can hold this low. The reason why we're leaning towards buys on these pairs is we're going to daily time frame. Unless price can drop back below this level, then I'll look for sales. But the way it's been reacting the past week, it hasn't really been making new lows. It's been respecting this low as support. It seemed like it's trying to make new highs, but it's also been rejecting this level. So if it can hold this level, we're going to look for buys. But if it can reject back to the downside, so we're going to watch how that retests, how it reacts to that daily level. And if it holds that as support, we can possibly look for buys. But if it rejects, we could possibly see sales play out. Give me 1 second. So yeah, we're gonna possibly see some sales play out if price can continue to hold this level as resistance as it's been doing so far. So it's gonna be a little bit interesting. So we're mainly gonna be looking for a good retracement on NAS and SPX. They started to move a little bit during Tokyo session, which was a little bit surprising. So either we want to wait for retracement on these pairs, or if price can break and hold this level, we're gonna look for buys there. But we're gonna be looking for buys on NAS and SPX. So gold's rejecting that level nicely. Let's see if we can hold that level. GJ is respecting this level. So I'm going to go ahead and run some trade ideas up. Again, we haven't entered anything yet. Hit that first thing in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. So you can see how we did last week. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on the screen as well. We're going to go over it in just a second. But I'm about to write some trade ideas up. So just give me 1 second. But this is how we did last week. We went 13-1, caught a total of 26,897 pips. Let me move this out the way. We can't see the trade. Yeah, so you see it's kind of respecting it still as a support. But we want to see if it can, and then we want to mainly see if we can break this level as well. That's what we've been struggling to break last night even as well. So we're going to look for possible buys there. I'm also watching gold. So I'm going to write some trade ideas up right now. Let me see. Do I trade GU? I haven't in a while. I haven't since like this year started. No particular reason. I just kind of just been focusing on like the main pairs I like to trade the most. But if you want me to look up GU, we can, but haven't really traded in a while. Like on the title of the stream, that's the main pairs we trade, but we trade a few other pairs as well. Give me 1 second. I'm running some trade ideas up. $19.87. All right, cool. Yeah, we might be entering a few things soon. We're waiting on retracements on a few things, and then we're waiting on retracements and retests on a few things, but there's also a few that are hitting some key price levels currently. Yeah, I like this right here. Our new 15 just started, so let's see how this looks right here. Yes, I'm watching gold on my other screen. Yeah, the indices took off during last night during Tokyo session. I wasn't really expecting that, but it's fine. Like always, we're either going to wait for the retracement or for price to break the next level. So we see here, GJ is definitely respecting it, but still like showing signs like it's trying to push and break this level. So we're just going to patiently wait and keep an eye on that. Let's see what else is going on. Oops, my bad, y'all. Hope I ain't had no earphones in. If I did, I apologize. All right, cool. So that's doing retracements. So while that stuff's retracing, we're gonna go over how we did last week. All right, yeah. So we still got some work to do on these pairs. So this is how we did last week. So we went 13-1, caught 26,987 pips. Monday we caught 4,643 pips. Tuesday 12,691. Wednesday 2,400 pips. Thursday 7,030 pips, and then Friday 223. If you click here, it's going to take you to the very top. You see at the very top, this was Monday the 15th. You can see the time the trade was posted and entered, how many people viewed or entered the trade, my personal entry SLTPs, and then you can see in real time when the TPs got hit. You can see the reactions, screenshots of me inserting trades, all that good stuff. So we went 2-0 on Monday. Let me see here. And this was how Tuesday was looking. This was a clip from one of the New York lives from one of the New York lives, because me and the members go live during New York session, usually during the news. Make sure to check that video out as well. But yeah, you can see everything every day. I do the recap of losses, wins, TPs hit, how many pips was caught, screenshots of trades, all that good stuff. So you can go ahead and check that out. We're going to go over how we've done so far for the month in a second as well, but we're just going to pay attention to the charts for a little bit. Try to make sure we don't miss anything. Yeah, but that thing is looking like it's trying to break past. So we're going to see if it does. Like I said, we're in no rush to enter a trade. We're going to see how it reacts there. Because even if it breaks this level, I wouldn't really consider a sell yet. I'd wait to see what happens in this zone right here. If it breaks below it, then possibly we can consider sells. But I'm not going to jump the gun on a sell just yet. See how that plays out. EJ looking similar as well. Yeah, so we're going to see how that plays out. Yeah, we're going to be looking for sells on New Zealand pairs, looking for sells on gold, buys on the indices as of now. JPY pairs, still to be determined. Nothing really changed. That's the same thing I told the members last night. Nothing's really changed so far. Hey, what's going on, gaming? I see you in here. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. We're looking for setups right now. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're waiting for EM either to retrace or to break that low. I had this GN level marked off as well, and this one's playing out better than the EN. So I'm waiting for EN to pick up the pace as well to see if it's going to follow GN, because we missed the ideal entry on GN right here. We see it. It looks similar to EN, but it's already moving quicker. So we're going to see if EN can follow GN's lead or not, or we're going to wait for price to either retrace here or can hold this level, because we went for a sell on this last week on Friday as well. And as you can see, it failed multiple times to break that level. So we're going to see if it can do so today, if volume can help push price that way. All right. But this is how we did last week. So the week before that, we had a similar record. We went 10-1 with a 90% win rate, caught 8,407 pips. And then the week before that, the first week of May, we caught 4,308 pips. We went 7-2. So that's how we're doing so far in May. So we only lost a few trades, like around 2 or 3 trades so far this month. And then this is how we did last month. We went 47-5 last month with a 92% win rate. Caught a total of 108,600 pips. 90,852 of those pips were strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. You click here. You scroll to the 30th in the first link description. Free Telegram for signal room. It's going to take you to the first week of April. And then you can see we went 12-3 the first week. 48,211 pips. And then you scroll down, you can see everything. Everything's documented, screenshots, all that cool stuff. So you guys want to check that out, you can do that. You can scroll all the way to a year. We just hit our 1 year mark during the weekend. So you can literally scroll and see a year worth of your trades and receipts. All right, so you go into the first link and then let's do this. And you click right here, you go to the beginning of the week last week. And then you click here. It's literally on Monday after the recap of the first day on Monday, right here. All right, use code 1 year for 25% off all the packages. But you click here, it's going to take you to the very top, very beginning. This is when we first started the playbook. And you can see just we've been doing this for a year straight. So y'all can check all that out. TP, screenshots. The setup, just the style changed a little bit from the beginning, but everything else is still the same, results and everything. But yeah, go ahead and check that out. So we're going to be watching gold. We're looking at a possible gold sell. Gold is treating as low as a resistance, and showing trying to reject to the downside. So we're going to keep an eye on that. I do like that for sells. GJ is retesting that level. So we're going to see how it reacts when it breaks underneath here. Like I said, I don't want to jump the gun on this too soon for a sell. I want to see how it reacts to this level underneath here, because it did break this high to the left. So I still want to lean towards buys because it broke that high to the left. But we have to wait to see what happens. We can't see still a retracement on this imbalance. I wouldn't really consider sells unless price breaks below like 169.30. At least for long-term sells. There might be some short-term sell setups, but if we're talking long-term sells, that's what I'd personally wait for. Yeah, but GA has been super choppy. It's been just bouncing back and forth. So I might wait, see how price reacts to that daily level it's currently on. But it's also Monday. We're kind of waiting for volume to pick up on most of these pairs. We don't really have any news going on today. We're gonna pull up the news as well in a second. Yeah, so we're either waiting for price to break this lower retracement. But looking at this week, so we have a Canadian holiday today, but that's literally it. So we're just strictly waiting on volume. Volume's going to probably pick up in a couple hours during London, but especially in New York. That's when I expect to see a pump in volume. But looking at tomorrow, we have a bunch of news popping up. All London session, we got multiple Euro events going off. We got a GBP event an hour after that. And then during New York session, we got some USD news at 9:45. And then at 10 o'clock during Tokyo session, we got some New Zealand news. So hopefully with this news, it will kind of help us break out of the choppiness we're kind of in. I kind of want to see some AED news this week as well, or just price to break out of it. It doesn't look like we're having any high impact Australian news like we did last week. So we're just gonna have to patiently wait for price to break out of that choppiness on those AUD pairs, and then we can mess with that. But yeah, we have pretty much a normal Friday and Thursday, even a normal Wednesday. It's just tomorrow where we have a lot of news events, but that's all good. We're not really tripping about that. And so the game plan today is just going to be a regular game plan. We're just going to be waiting for the setups, waiting for price to hit our levels, and then going from there. Yes, we can wait for price to break this level here, or we can enter a buy up here as well. That's the game plan right now. So watching the New Zealand pairs too. All right, so we retested the daily, just respecting that as well. So yeah, we're just gonna wait. A new 5-minute digit start. So we're gonna wait to see how this 15 ends, and then we're gonna go from there. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. There's more static. All right, let me see something. Test, test, test. Yeah, I don't know what's going on because it sounds clear when I'm speaking, but it's like static when I'm silent. I don't know what's going on. Let me see what's hooked up, bro. And if it's static, you refresh the stream because I just restarted. I don't really hear the static anymore. Yeah, so this static, restart the stream, so exit and reopen it because I just did it on my phone. It sounds clear. I heard the static at first originally too, but I don't really hear it right now. I don't know, like the spot I'm at right now, I am going to have to work on that. So bear with me this week because I am in a new setup right now and I am tweaking and making adjustments. So just bear with me at the moment, but it's going to get fixed in the next week or two. But, let's go over there. Yeah, so we're waiting for either retracement on this or for price to break this level there. And the main one that's at a real good level is gold. So we might be entering this in a second. We're going to wait for this next 15. And if it can hold this level, then we're most likely going to jump in on this. That's what it's looking like right now. Yeah, it sounds better on my end. So it's staticky. That's probably like the signal, and just restart the stream and it should sound clear again. Because that's what I did on my phone right now. It sounds pretty clear. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for this next 15, and we're gonna see what that next 15 looks like. But we might be jumping in on this soon. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered this yet. We're waiting for the next 15. This is just a trade idea as of now. If I like this, we're most likely going to enter this next 15. I just like to wait for the candle to close. Like if it was the middle of this 15, that's different. But as of now, we're going to wait for the next 15. The AUD pairs did do a retracement, so we're going to see if we can respect this level as a support. And if it does, then we might go for a possible buy on this. So we're going to be watching the AUD pairs as well. All right, you see on your screen how we did last week. All right, hit that first in the description, join the free Telegram, free signal room. You can check that out for yourself. We went 13-1. We caught a total of, let's scroll back to the bottom, 26,987 pips. Monday, we caught 4,643 pips. Tuesday, we caught 12,691. Wednesday, we caught 2,400. Thursday, we caught 7,030. And then Friday, we caught 223 pips, giving us a 92% win rate for the week. Our new 15 did just start. So it's doing another retest. If we're going to hold underneath this level, we will have a higher likelihood of price dropping. It's looking kind of similar to the sell we took last week. So yeah, yes, we might be jumping in on this soon. Let me see what GJ is up to as well. Find that up on my other screen. Yeah, so GJ looks like it's still respecting it, but it keeps on showing signs it's like it's trying to break below it. So we're gonna leave GJ alone for now. Gold's respecting as low as a resistance, but as you can see, it's definitely still like trying to retest it. I still leaning towards sells, and this is the next good position for us. So you can kind of already see signs that the lower low is trying to be made. So we're going to be looking for a sell on this, especially if we're going to hold this strong level as a resistance like it is currently. Yeah, so we might be jumping in on this soon. I'm just letting it retrace, so it's going to keep retracing. But we might be jumping in on this in a little bit. Yeah, but GJ is still holding that level of support, so we're going to definitely keep an eye on that still. We're just patiently waiting right now. It's Monday. Volume is usually the slowest on Monday and Tuesdays, especially during London session. So we're just patiently waiting. And no rush to enter any trades. Waiting for our confirmations. So that's what we're doing right now. Let me see what these other pairs are up to. Yeah, I'm looking at some other pairs right now. Yeah, so everything else is kind of retracing. So we're going to let that do its thing. This is the only one that's really at a good level for a possible entry. We're just waiting for some confirmations currently. All right, NAS is retracing for us as well. Yeah, okay, bet. You think we're good? Okay, bet. Yeah, so I like this. So we can see this wick. So it keeps on retesting this level, but it is showing that it's trying to still try to drop to the downside. So we got a new 5-minute about to start. So I got a certain price level. I'm waiting for it to hit. So whether it hits that or not, then we'll enter. Yeah, but this is the only one that I kind of like right now. Everything else, I'm kind of waiting to either for it to break or retrace. We're waiting to see how it reacts to the level it's currently on. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting right now. So I believe this is the last week. Next week, we're going to have a lot of news events popping off, if I'm not mistaken. No, not next week, in 2 weeks. Well, we do have a major news event on, yeah, so in the middle of next week, so on the 1st, as y'all know, the beginning of the week, the beginning of the month, that's when we have all those news events, especially the first official week of the month. So we do have some stuff on the 1st, but looking at that Monday, let's see. Oh, wow. They do not have a bunch of events. We're going to check and see if they refresh it, because this is 2 weeks in advance. But usually the beginning of the month, there's a lot of events going on. We don't really see that. We do see the ADP on this Friday, though, on the 1st. But there ain't no FMOCs or nothing. Let's see if they refresh that, because we are looking 2 weeks ahead right now. So they might add that later. But usually the first week of the month, we have a bunch of news reports popping off. But we don't really see that. But we'll worry about that when we're in that week. So we're going to go ahead and go back to, all right, this is the day we got right here. This is April. I done messed the thing up. Give me 1 second. What's today's date? Today's the 22nd. All right, cool. So we have to pull it back. We're going to do that. All right, man. All right, now we're back on here. Yeah, so we see the retest. So gold looking like it's trying to drop, so we're probably going to jump into this soon. Everything else is retracing. GN is retracing. GJ is still playing around on that daily level. It's still respecting it too. Let me show y'all that really quick. Like, it's still respecting it, but you can see that price is like pushing to the downside every test, but it keeps on respecting it. But as you can see, it is slowly dropping lower. So we're just gonna wait and see how price reacts to this level here. So we're just gonna let price do its thing. When we see gold is trying to break, we see it keeps on like struggling real hard to reject that low. And if we're going to 5 minutes, we can see that a lot clearer. We're kind of like stuck in this lower traffic here. This would be the perfect spot for the new low to be made. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting on that. Yeah, but GJ is still respecting that level as well. So we won't probably see a lot of clean setups until probably New York. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But that's not too much of a surprise. Like I said, it's Monday. Monday and Tuesday is usually the slower days of the week, because that's the days where the markets just reopen, and then of course a lot of stuff doesn't really get popped into New York in general. So we're strictly just waiting on volume. But gold is looking promising right now. That's pretty much it. AD pairs, if they do a retest, we look for possible buys there. I'd rather look for setups on gold and the indices as of today. JPY pairs too, but I'm still watching those to see if we can respect that level. Like, if we can respect this level, we can look for another possible buy like we did last week on this level on GJ. Last week we took some nice GJ buys as well as some GN sells and EN sells. Had a nice buy setup here. And then we also caught this nice buy setup here. On like Wednesday. This was a nice 1 to 3 risk reward. Then this one right here was a 1 to 5 risk reward. So this was the original entry, and I added a second entry here. So we caught some nice buys there. And then we caught some buys here. This is the quick sell we caught when we had that retracement, but after it broke back above this level, that's why we will continue to go for buys, because as you can see before this sell, prior to that, we was catching buys here as well. And then you see we were catching buys for the most part on this wave up. So we're just going to be patiently waiting to see if we can hold this level. Because we see the wicks that's definitely still respecting it. So we're going to be waiting for the next 15 new 5 minutes about to start. So yeah, we're just watching GJ and gold right now. We're looking for the indices as well, but the indices still got some work to do. They still got to do a retracement to break the next level. So we see gold wicking this. So we want to see what this next 5 looks like. Okay, let me see. I guess we could enter now, but realistically, it hasn't really done much from the past 15. It looks exactly like the last 15-minute candlestick. So we're just chilling on that right there. If it's back, like when I refresh it, it sounds clear. Like I said, it's just the signal where I'm at right now. I told the members I did move to a new spot, so the Wi-Fi is going to be getting fixed this week. It's just going to be a little bit staticky right now. So if it refreshes, it doesn't work, just bear with it. But if it gets bad, and y'all can't listen to it, y'all in the free sitting room, free Telegram. If I enter something, I'll call it out. But like I said, it sounds fine on my end, especially when we refresh it. Like I'm on the live right now on my phone, and I don't hear any static. But let me stop talking. Let me see. It sounds clear. So if it's static, you just refresh the stream, exit out, and reopen it. So that's what I did when y'all was talking about static the first time. I literally have the stream playing in real time on my phone. I don't hear anything on my end. So that's all I can suggest until then. But like I said, if it's real unbearable, it's just going to be like that for this week till I get some Wi-Fi. So do apologize, but nothing I can do about that right now. So this is what GJ is looking like currently. So yeah, it's respecting his level. So this can turn green and show signs of trying to push back up. We might enter it. We're not going to jump the gun too heavy on it though. But we could possibly still enter this for a buy. Because see price respecting those levels still. The GN is still doing its thing. So we'll be waiting on that. Yeah, so we're watching mainly GJ and gold currently. Those just joined the stream. We haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas, but we haven't entered anything yet. You see on your screen how we did last week. Went 13-1 last week, 26,000 pips. Hit the first in the description, join the free Telegram. You can check that out for yourself. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too. You should see it on your screen at Playmaker Way. It's a TikTok, Playmaker_Way. It's the Instagram. I post daily on both pages during the week. We'll be back posting in a few hours on those pages. Make sure to check that out. Also post more screenshots on my story on Instagram. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post like the screenshots and like trade results on Instagram. And then on TikTok, I post longer formatted videos. Because Instagram, they're still a little behind. You can only post 1-minute videos still. So make sure to follow both. And we're almost at 1,000 followers on TikTok. Once we hit 1K followers on TikTok, we're going to be going live on there as well. It's going to be outside of London session, though, but we're going to be going live on there as well. So we almost got the 4 o'clock hour popping up, and then we got a new 15 popping up in about a minute and a half. As you can see, that's why we're just waiting, because even if we entered, we'd be in drawdown right now. So that's why I'm never in a rush to enter any trades. Just patiently waiting for the confirmations, because even if we entered the past one, it didn't really do too much. So that's why I have these levels marked off, and that's why we trade off these levels. Now I still got some retracing to do. So GJ and gold are the main ones we're only watching right now. I'm still looking at other pairs, but they still got some work to do. Our new 15 about to start in about 30 seconds. All right, so GJ is pushing back up. So we're about to see if we're going to hold it back above this level. I might go for a buy on it. Now this level marked off because you can see we're respecting this the past few times of support. The price of this level bounced up, bounced up, bounced up, and then we rejected that level. You can see the wick down. So we're going to see if we can hold that level. So we got a new 15 about to start. So we're going to hold that level. I'm not against the buy. Like I said, I'm not really looking for sells unless price breaks below this level here. Anything above that, we're going to look for buys. And we went for a buy on this last week as well. The new 15 did just start. And you can see it's rejecting the level, which is why we haven't marked off. You can literally see how, let's just zoom in. You can literally see how price closed right above here and how also price wicked above these levels. And you can see that on the 5-minute as well. Yeah, so we're still watching that. Let's see what gold's looking like. Let's see what gold is going to drop for us. Still pushing up. So that's why we always just wait. It can still drop down, but again, there's no rush to enter a trade. Okay, what if we would have entered here? We've been drawdown right now. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't really missed anything yet, which is why we just patiently wait for these confirmations. Because like, yo, I don't like drawdown either. Like, I understand it's part of the game, but if we can just wait a little bit and avoid some, I wait and avoid some. Now, if we enter a trade and we're in drawdown, that's different. If all the confirmations are met and then we get into drawdown or retraces, that's different. But as of now, we can see price hasn't really moved too much, but it is turning red right now, so we might be jumping in on this. I know I've been saying that, but again, we can literally see price has not done much since the string. It's literally stayed in the same place, done the same ranging motion since the string started. Same thing with GJ. But that's just part of the trading sometimes. Sometimes you gotta wait for setups. Like on Friday, when volume's been full, Thursday and Fridays are the days when we got the most volume. We entered the live on Friday and we took a trade like the first candlestick, right? So we go to last week on Friday. We can see right here, we entered literally at 305, which was the opening candlestick of London. And we hit the final TP like an hour later. So some days when the volume is full and flowing smoothly, we can jump into trades quickly, hit TPs quickly. But in the beginning of the week, it takes a little bit while. It takes a little bit longer sometimes. But there are some Mondays when volume is flowing nicely as well. It just really depends. But 9 times out of 10, Mondays and Tuesdays during London session are going to be the slower days. All right. I also have like a bunch of student results I posted on the Telegram as well. I need to update my Instagram highlights. Also went over strokes of screenshots of me playing around on a smaller account. But yeah, everything are very transparent on here. Wins or losses, they're both documented on there. All that stuff. So GJ is still kind of chilling, right? So we're still watching GJ. Gold is dropping back down. So I'm waiting for it to break a certain price level. And the reason I'm waiting for that price level to get broken is, as we can see this whole stream, yes, it's turned red multiple times. This was a red candle, then it turned green last minute. So it's definitely struggling to break this level here. And again, like when I enter a trade, I want to make sure, again, nothing's 100%, but I want to make sure that if I enter a trade, that I have a very high likelihood of it going our way. So we just wait for a few more confirmations, just a little bit more patient. You can avoid entering trades that will end up rejecting on us and only entering trades with high probability setups, which is how we can keep on constantly getting a high 90%, high 80% win rate. So this is the last week we had a 92% win rate. We went 13-1. Then the week before that, we had a 90% win rate, 10-1. Then the week before that, the first week, 77% win rate, 7-2. And if we look at last month, let's move this over to the side. All right. So it looks like it's trying to move, but I'm still looking at that price. Hasn't hit my level yet. So the last week of April, we went 14-1, 93% win rate. The third week of April, we went 11-0, 100% win rate. Second week of April, we went 10-0, 100% win rate. And then the first week of April, or the second week, we went 12-3, 80% win rate. And the week before that, we went 18-1 with a 94% win rate. And that's because we would just patiently wait for a couple more confirmations. Don't enter off, quick touches or breakouts. And, patience definitely pays. But yeah, price is right back where we left off. So again, if we would have entered here, yeah, we could have. But did we really miss out on anything? Not really. Because again, price has literally just been in this box since the beginning of the stream. Right? We've been on live for about an hour now. And prices literally hasn't done anything too crazy. So that's why I'm never really against, waiting for confirmations. And at the end of the day, if you're going to put your money on the line or in the market, you want to wait for, a high probability of price going your way. So let me see what these other pairs are up to. NAS and SPX still got some work to do. Yeah, like I said, if it gets static, just refresh the stream. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but it's most likely the signal right where I'm at. But we're gonna get that fixed this week because I gotta get a new thing anyways to make sure it's up to speed because I can't do certain things right now. Yeah, I appreciate that, Ryan. Yeah, we haven't entered anything yet, but this is why I like to do these lives because this is more realistic. Because a lot of people, I get messages all the time. A lot of people are not comfortable with drawdown or not comfortable waiting for setups. And it's like that's just part of trading. Drawdowns is part of trading. Patiently waiting for setups is a part of trading. Like you're not going to just open your computer up and then just jump into trades, whether you're scalping or not. So that's why you always want to do just a proper analysis. It doesn't matter if you're on the 5 minute or the 1 minute time frame, you're still gonna have to patiently wait for a setup. So there's no point in trying to cut corner to try to find some shortcut or anything like that because no matter what strategy you use, you're still gonna have to patiently wait for that setup to materialize and come into play. And the goal is definitely showing it's trying to drop down, but it's definitely struggling to break this level here, as we can see, which is why we just waited for those confirmations. Because again, if we would have entered, we would have been flickering in and out of blue, and we've been in drawdown currently as we speak. That's why I always just want to patiently wait for setups, because there's really no rush to enter trades in general. The New Zealand pairs are pushing up still. Yeah, so I'm looking at these other pairs to see what's going on. But yeah, everything else is kind of doing the same thing. They're the rejecting levels are doing some retracements. I'm kind of like in GJ though, but I'm still waiting to see if it can break that level above. Because kind of just like at a standstill right now. So those are the main ones. GN is retracing, but it's not back at the daily level. So I am still leaning towards sells on the GN and EN as of now. But GN is either got to retrace back up to here for a possible sell, or we're going to wait for price to break that level. And then GJ is still kind of chilling right here. So I'm waiting to see if it can break that level. It's kind of like just chilling right underneath here. So now it's between these two levels here. But it is respecting this level as a support. So that is kind of leaning me towards a buy. But I'm still just waiting on some confirmations. And then NAS and SPX, they still got work to do in general. So gold is definitely still respecting this as a resistance. It's just struggling to break down. So we're just waiting for volume to help us push that level and see if we can break that level. Yeah, we're just chilling right now. So we're going to see what this 4 o'clock candlestick's looking like. Got about 30 seconds to the next 5 minute pops up. pair is doing. And so we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. Yeah, but it looks like we're not going to be entering a lot of the pairs I want until New York. But that can change this 4 o'clock hour. Because this is the next hour we'll see a burst of volume. Mainly on the GBP pairs and sometimes the Euro pairs. But we'll see in just a second. So right now price is kind of just ranging. So we're going to see what this next candlestick looks like. At the New Zealand pairs, I wouldn't be against a retracement because I can see kind of a retracement, especially because we had that huge drop basically all last week. All last week price kind of just dropped, especially on Friday and Thursday. But we're going to see price here literally tap that level. It's still respecting that as resistance. So right now we're just kind of waiting for volume. Because when price kind of just ranges like this, it's usually because there's a lack of volume. Because price can break these levels. Like right here, price rejected this level, right? And then it went for a second attempt. Boom. And then with volume, after that retest, it dropped to the downside. So right now we have these small candlesticks because there's not a lot of volume. So when there's not a lot of volume, price is just going to, when it hits these levels, it's just going to bounce. So that's where we see the range in consolidation. But once volume starts to pick up, you see a change in the candlesticks, you see bigger candlesticks, and then that's what helps and cause price to break through those levels. So that's why we're just patiently waiting right now. Because you can just see the difference. These are all tiny candlesticks, right? This, you can tell this was volume in these candlesticks. There was volume in these candlesticks. And you see here the choppiness. You see these very tiny candlesticks. But yeah, price is still holding as resistance, which is a good sign. But there's no volume right now. I don't like to enter trades when it's just ranging, because when it's ranging, it can break out one way or another. You don't really know for sure which way it's going to break out, especially when it's ranging. So you might as well wait for the ranging to end and see which way price breaks, whether it breaks above or below. And then from there, you can determine an entry and setup. So that's usually how I go about things. Let's see. Yeah, so NAS, we're waiting for price to retrace back down to around 13,750, or we'll see it, wait and see if price can break and hold 13,890, 13,895. That's going to be the game plan for NAS, because if we go on the bigger time frame, specifically daily, we see things are extremely bullish. And we caught some nice buys on SPX and NAS last week as well. Pull that up. We caught some nice moves on this last week as well. We caught this entire daily candlestick on SPX on, what day was this? On Thursday. We entered this on London session. As you see on the daily time frame, we caught this entire daily candlestick. Going to 15. You can see that a lot clearly. This is a nice 1 to 6 risk reward. Entered on the first entry, hit a couple of TPs, got whipped out, and then we re-entered. I let the members know we re-entered, and that thing exploded to the top. So that was a beautiful setup there. We had a lot of good setups last week, really. We were just chilling right now. So we got a few pairs we're tracing, and the other pairs they're just ranging. Nothing we can do about that, because at the end of the day, we don't control the markets. So never act like you do. Never try to force setups or enter stuff and hope it goes your way. Just patiently wait for the confirmations and then go from there. If I'm watching GJ though, I'm still liking GJ and gold. for the trade ideas. I'm just waiting for the confirmations. That's pretty much it. Guys, just on the stream, we haven't entered anything yet. These are just trade ideas. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description. Go from Telegram, from Signal. You see on the screen how we did last week. Pull it up. Scroll. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we haven't entered anything yet. The new 15th did just start. I might just post a disclaimer right now in the free Telegram. Usually I post it right before we enter a trade, but I'm just going to post it right now. That way, if we do enter some stuff in the next couple hours when we do it, everybody has plenty of time to read the disclaimer. We went 13-1 last week with 92% win rate. So yeah, gold is definitely still holding its resistance, but again, it's just waiting on volume. It's just a lack of volume apparently. So that's the main thing we're waiting on. Yeah, I'm looking at these other pairs on my other screen. Yeah, I just got some work to do. So, yeah, so my bias still hasn't changed for gold. So let me just going back a bigger time frame to talk some price levels. So yeah, I'm still gonna be looking for sales. Even if price breaks above this level, I wouldn't really consider bias unless price breaks above 2006. But anything below that, I'll consider sell territory. Looking at where price is currently at, this is the perfect position for a possible new lower low to be made. So that's what I'm looking like. That's what I'm looking for today. But of course, it is Monday. We're going to be waiting for volume pickup, especially on the USD pairs. They're going to be kind of rangy until New York usually on Mondays. But I am still going to be on the charts watching this because I do like this setup. DJ is still trying to figure this life out. And NAS and SPX, like I said, we're waiting for retracement or for price to break the level above it. GJ is still range, it's still respecting the level of support. But still, I'm still waiting to see if it can break above the other level. And if it can, we'll consider a buy on that. Yeah, but gold can show us trying to break this wall here. Then we can, I'll probably enter the sell. So we can break like 75. Okay, like you can see, every time price hit that level, well, first we see when price hit that level rejected, hit that level again, rejected, hit this level, did break underneath it, but it closed back above it. And then you see all stream prices have been struggling to break that level. So we want to see if it can break that level. It can break and hold that level. Then we'll go for a sell on that. I do like this. But everything else still got some work to do. And GJ is still respecting this level as a support as well. But again, we're just waiting on volume to pick up. That's the main thing we're waiting on right there. Yeah, we might be entering this soon. That's the only one I kind of like right here. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and post the disclaimer. Like I said, not entering anything yet, but the disclaimer is going to look like a big paragraph, especially looking on your phone screen, but it's just 11 sentences. It's not that much, but the disclaimer breaks down how the TPs work, how you should go about trading in general, and it'll answer a few of the questions you might have, especially if this is your first time or first week in the free signal room. Gold's the only one I really like right now. Everything else I don't like right now. Like I said, going into New York, I'm going to be looking for NAS buys, SPX buys, GJ. I'm leaning on a buy, but that's if it can hold the levels currently at. New Zealand pairs, I'm still looking at sells. AUD pairs, I'm kind of just going to watch them today and see how they react and the levels they're in currently. The New Zealand pairs, I am leaning towards sells on those. And by New Zealand pairs, I mean like GBP New Zealand, Euro New Zealand. I lean towards sells on those pairs. I see some retracements, but on a bigger scale of things, I'm leaning towards sells. And then gold, of course, we're looking for sells on that. Been catching sells for the past couple of weeks on gold, or looking for sells. Yeah, GJ is rejecting the low, so we're going to leave that alone. You should hit that like button here. I know we ain't entering any trades, but trading isn't just about entering trades. Obviously, y'all want me to call trades out and want to make some money, but that's not realistic. Over here, I show the realistic side of trading. All right, this is what's going to go down. Sometimes you're going to have to wait for that setup. So you're still going to learn a lot from these lives, even if we're not entering trades. You can kind of see behind the scenes patience, the mindset of the trading. You can also see how price moves and how price reacts. There's still a lot of stuff you can learn from these lives. Also, make sure to hit the channel or hit my profile because I got a bunch of trade breakdowns. I want to drop some more this week. Like I said, like the main reason was the same thing with the mic. I don't know. I got to figure it out because StreamYard be bugging. I might start recording my videos either on another software or on Zoom because on Zoom the recordings sound fine, but it's like whenever I extract, and then it's weird too because I use StreamYard to record the lives, but the lives be sounding clear. But it's like when I do a recording on StreamYard, it sounds clear, but it's like the process of me extracting it and transferring it from StreamYard to like my other files, and then to go edit it is like the audio just gets destroyed during the transfer. I don't know what that's about. But obviously, I'm not gonna try to post a video. That's not up to my standards. I'm gonna post something I want it to be a decent video or a video I'd watch. So that's what's been going on there. But we're gonna be working on that. But yeah, I'm liking gold right here. Gold's the only one I kind of like right now. Everything else got some work to do. Mm. Yeah, so it might retrace a little bit more because we see EJ hit the middle of the zone and reject it like about a couple hours ago. And so we'll see. We're gonna leave that alone though. Because again, if it's retracing, we're not gonna enter while it's retracing. We're gonna wait for it to finish retracing and then enter off the new higher low. So gold has literally just been ranging in the same price range this entire stream. But things might be changing in the next couple hours. Again, there's not really any news today. It's just a Canadian holiday today, so strictly just mainly just waiting on volume to pick up into the markets. That's the main thing we're going to be waiting on today. Yeah, so you can see it's definitely respecting it as a resistance, but it's also, we can clearly see it struggling to even make a new low. Now, this is the lowest price. Whoops, this is the lowest price went, and that was last night, like right before the stream, and this was like the candlestick of the stream opening, and it's just been struggling to break back the low and try to make a new low. But one thing it's definitely been doing is respecting this low as resistance, and it hasn't hit the daily level, but other than that, it's still struggling. So we're just gonna keep watching it and let it do its thing. Yeah, but not too much action going on. I'm still gonna be on the charts, but my alarm's gonna go off, and I gotta edit some videos for the week. Members, you already know I'm gonna be posting the New York price watch list in a couple of hours. Make sure to follow me on both Instagram and TikTok. You see it on your screen at Playmaker Way is the Instagram, Playmaker_Way is the TikTok. Now I said that I reversed that. Playmaker_Way is the Instagram, Playmaker Way is the TikTok. I post daily during the week on both pages. Some stuff I can't post on TikTok, so I post that on Instagram. And then some stuff I can't post on Instagram, so I post that on TikTok. So make sure to follow me on both. All right. And if you're interested in learning how to read the charts like I do, or how to identify these levels, go ahead and hit those links in the description. Make sure you use code 1YEAR at checkout to get 25% off all packages. That's the Advanced Play Center Room, the course 101 sessions, yearly, monthly, and lifetime. But yeah, right now, we're just going to wait on price. Looks like the New Zealand pairs are kind of dropping back down, but they still got some work to do. So we want to see if price can pick up in the next couple of hours, either pre-New York, or we just might have to wait for New York. But that's pretty much it. Make sure to hit that like button, y'all. Make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 700 subscribers. But yeah, we're out.